Welcome to Auntie Chats and Tarot. Welcome in. I'm glad to have you. Thank you for all your support for this channel. I really appreciate it. And remember, not everything is going to resonate here, so take what does and leave the rest. Take what helps you to help yourself, leave the rest. We're going to do a combination of tarot and oracle. Here we go. What's our message here? Already talking. I like it. Something wants to be spoken out. I can feel it. Strong, speaking out. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Fast. Let's get this out. Let's get this truth out. What's in the oracle to go with this? Tick-tock. Someone feels like the time is ticking by, or it's time. It's time. Let's do it. We've waited. We've talked. We've discussed. Let's do something. Let's take action. Let's not just be talkers. Let's be action takers. Okay, something like that. Nine of Pentacles. This is a very big goal of yours that you want to see this happen. Maybe you've been waiting on someone else's pace and now you're like, okay, I can see you're all talk, no action. So I'm now being the action taker. Observer. Yeah, you've been the observer. You've been very polite here, but someone is all about talk, no action. Ten of Wands. This is a huge burden that you guys keep talking about something, that this group keeps talking about something. Co-create. I feel like this is more with the divine. You have an angle on this that is more spiritually led, whatever it is you guys are. Again, you people, your group is trying to decide on here. Some new beginning, something very wise, but you want to get this in motion. You're the one who's like, let's make this happen. Three of Cups. Definitely something social. But you're tired of being the observer and you're wanting to move on this. Unfinished Symphony. This group has discussed this many times before, many years before. Nothing comes of this. It's just people wanting to talk about something they really have no intention of attending or making happen. Okay, there's always some excuse. It's too expensive, or it's too far to travel, or it's too involved, or we don't have enough participation on this, or enough interest, or we don't have the budget for it. Something. There's always something. Meanwhile, you're very serious every time about making this happen. Every time this is discussed, Queen of Cups, and inviting whomever. Yeah, that's part of it too. And who do we want to invite? And we want this to be kind of exclusive, but it's just shutting everything down. All that glitters, yeah. We want this to be a big event, but it's getting so big and it's getting so that, like, you know how perfectionists sometimes, they're so caught up in the perfectionist part of things that they never actually accomplish the task, because it's like getting too involved in everything being perfect but never taking that first step, so never getting anything done. Something like that kind of energy is out here now. I see just a lot of excuses, and I think you're cutting to the chase too here with the Queen of Swords. That's interesting. That should come out right when I'm feeling that vibe and that energy, and you're just like, okay, let's cut to the chase here. You have no intention of doing this, and so the people that actually are going to be intentional in making this happen, please step forward, because, you know, this is the date. We're going to do this in 2 months or something like that. I have reserved the following. I will now head up this team, something like that. Why? Yeah, you've observed the whys, and it's just ad nauseum. Like, here's why we can't move forward. Here's why we can't do this. It's can't. Eight of Pentacles. This is right up your alley, though, to make something happen. I mean, you can do this blindfolded. So it's become quite aggravating to watch a bunch of can't doers not do, okay? Building blocks. You are the building block. You can get this going. You are it. So the advice is, yeah, you want to stay harmonious here, but it's also equaled, I have to say, this observing nature of yours that is not really your nature. You're more the builder. Like I said, this type of work is right up your alley, but you've been pushed into some sort of observing role, and now, so, you know, you want to move into the action role, but you also want to be harmonious with this group. Community, harmonious with the community. thinking of others, as well as getting the community involved. And maybe, people don't want just anybody invited, something like that, just a blanketed statement that the community is invited, something like that. Six of Pentacles. You're really ready to take off on this. You know how to make this happen. And I hear in like a matter of months. But it's sort of the dynamics here. And I won't even say the politics, although that is certainly in effect here, because that's just not your style. You would never let politics get in the way of what you wanted to achieve. But the dynamics here, you would like it to be as cohesive as possible. Hermit. So now you've pulled back from this. You're trying to figure out a way to move forward with it that's cohesive, but also gets it done. Let's get this done already. And I feel like this is years of you being patiently observing, nothing getting done. The advice is to gain some sort of enlightenment here and try to include everybody. And you know that too, including the community. Knight of Cups here. Make sure you go at this with love, okay? So anytime you're met with resistance, answer with love, and that's some sort of key here. Five of Cups, because people will want to make you feel in regret that you picked up the stones that have got the mossy stones, and you've got them rolling again. And that's just based on their ego. Their ego is just affected here. So treat that with love and keep moving. Don't give them an opportunity to dim your shine. You're the emperor. It becomes very apparent. You can run circles around some of these people. That will also hurt their ego. But just be the classy emperor here. Get them involved in the uniqueness that they can come forward with, okay? You're terrific at, I don't know, I'm just crazy thinking of like spinning. You're great at spinning cups on poles or something, whatever, saucers. You're great at spinning saucers. So, you're up at the front as people enter, something like that. Where you're saying, I really know what you're good at, and you've proven time and again you can't head this up. But I've got to find with my cup of love some way to handle this lovingly. And I agree with that. But you're also saying, but where do I go with this? Okay, saucer spinners in the front as people enter. Because not everybody can spin those saucers. And that's the kind of angle you take on this. Nine of Wands. Otherwise, this will just be a situation that drains you. This has something to do with triggering you too in your childhood. Like knowing that you can make things happen, and then other people have to be the, self-appointed lead. But the self-appointed lead can't get anything done. So there's a lot of frustration there, but it does kind of stem back to some sort of childhood trigger. Five of Pentacles is out here, and lack. Yeah, we were always in lack because you claimed to be the leader that you weren't. But I could have led, and then we would have been much better off. Something like that. You're finding that your past, maybe something in your childhood, is actually mirroring the experience you're having now as an adult with this social group and some sort of social gathering. Interesting. Five of Swords. It's supposed to be helping you here with the truth of how to handle this and how to, heal this child that just knew that they were the leader. Something like that. It's supposed to help you with this trigger, this ultimate taking on this task and making this happen somehow coincides with you healing something from your childhood that very much mirrors this type of energy. Take a leap. Spirit is saying, go for it. You're going to be the lone wolf here in a lot of respects. Go for it anyway. Let people think what they're going to think. It's really just going to be what they think and what they express is just a direct reflection of themselves. Okay? In the meantime, you go about your business and you make this happen. And if you're the lone wolf, I don't think that's an unusual place for you to be. Just keep moving, because the praise, the Hierophant, the co-creation that we saw here that was suggested to you to keep this going, some sort of spiritual aspect, even if that's what keeps you going, is your spiritual side on this. Also stay grounded. There's something on the other side of this that is really going to be very helpful to you. Mind-blowing. Stick with it. Stick with it. Make it happen, even through the chaos and conflict. And you know it's about ready to happen, because you're getting to that apex where it's like, now I take over, and yeah, that's going to create some conflict. Just keep moving through the conflict is what I hear. There is praise on the other side of this, and I don't think you're in it for the praise, but there's going to be a good outcome on the other side of this. Excuse me. And people that think you, there's going to be a switch of roles. The people that thought they were the leader are going to see all along, oh man, no. I should have sat down a long time ago. You're the actual leader here. You're not in it for that, but there's going to be an exposure here of who's what. And that's intended. That's intentional, coming from the divine. You are very blessed. Yeah, people want to go by the book here, but the book, something about doing what's always been done isn't working, okay? And that's where you come in, and you bring in a new, fresh, crisp way about this that makes it happen and is extraordinary. Some will betray you. I feel like let them fall to the wayside. It's going to be par for the course. You know it. Just let it fall to the wayside. Your purpose is on the other side of fear. Yeah, your fear of what other people are going to think of this, your fear of how this is going to unfold. But there is something very big that you learn here that's on the other side when you get on the other side of this. And this is actually planned, happened, and you've led this. Wishes granted and excitement. Wow. Yeah, this will be different for everybody, but maybe we can get a hint at what that is on the other side that's going to be so amazing. We're getting go with the flow, so that's now energy. Go with the flow. Maybe, too, it's just going to be a nod to, yeah, I can do it, and I don't have to be the observer, and I don't have to waste years of time being the observer when I could have always put this into play, whatever this may be. And it may be a variety of things in your life. And also just this letting go of what others think helps you to be in a better flow here. That's part of the go with the flow. You never worry about this. This is never a fear of yours to worry about what others are going to think. You're just going to step into your natural way, which is to spark drought energy. You've certainly been in that in this scenario with this group. So take a closer look. Get your mojo going here. Get ready to level up. It'll be a level up experience and a massive breakthrough. Something that you will feel very honored by. People will trust you, honor you. Again, wishes granted and excitement on the other side of this. That is your message. Please do like, share, subscribe, comment. It helps the channel to grow. And if you feel inclined, please do utilize the link below for Buy Me a Coffee. Until next time, let's remember who we are and let's remember our self-worth. Thank you.